All right, everybody, welcome back once again. You know it is JJ on JJ's PC Builds. Today we're going to talk about Windows, Microsoft Windows 24H2. The reason why we're going to talk about 24H2 is this. Let me turn down this volume a little bit for you. We're going to talk about it because, for the simple fact that everybody was telling me that, Microsoft's blocking this, blocking that, blocking this, blocking that. And you know what? I just checked it out. I've done 2 videos so far, 2 videos on 24H2. Me, myself, I'm going to tell you from my personal experience right now with it, because I went and I got a new Microsoft account, went and got the Insider program, went the whole yards. It's taken me a whole day just to get it. And then I put it on that free PC that I got. And y'all know the free PC. I've showed it. It's in one of my videos. It's here. You just got to look for it. It's the 8th gen processor. It's the it's the i5 8400. It's a Livono. So I added 16 gigabytes of G.Skill system RAM to it. It's running off of the Intel integrated graphics. So that I can tell you. And it's running off a regular hard drive at 7200 RPMs. Just for testing. Because it looks like on the motherboard there's a spot to where you can plug in an M.2 drive. I'm going to, go through the whole tooth and nail to see if it's there on the manufacturer specs. So if it does show up there, that I can use a NVMe M.2 drive, the 2280. PCIe probably 3.0 x4. I would imagine, or it'll probably want a SATA drive, a SATA M.2. So either way, we'll have to figure out what it is before we order anything. Now, as far as the graphics card, it's proprietary system, so basically it has no power connectors for external, discrete graphics cards. So I'm probably going to have to use a low profile 40 RTX 4060. That's what I'm thinking about that. But I'm not going to do anything until after I look into the power supply situation to see if there's a way to get a bigger power supply for this. That's proprietary. That'll work with the motherboard. That I won't have any problems. So, but the good thing is on the motherboard, the difference is for the power is that it's the 24 pin. It's busted down to the 10 pin. So if I can find a 10 pin to 24 pin adapter, then I can think about putting in a bigger power supply. I'll probably end up having to cut the back cage out and tap some holes in, so that way, you can put the bigger power supply in. If it would fit or not. I'm not sure yet. We'll have to look around and see if we can find a bigger power supply. But if one for this case is going to cost more than the actual computer, I'm not going to go forth with that. The only thing that I might do is upgrade the hard drive to an SSD and leave it as that. It's got perfect graphics, don't get me wrong. I don't mind the graphics. The graphics look pretty good. I'm impressed with the graphics. They're not clean, but they're clean enough to where, you can play games and stuff like that. You know, let's say if you're doing Facebook or something like that, but AAA games, forget it. That's not the kind of system that's for. That's more or less like an office PC kind of thing. So I'm just kind of tweaking it around a little bit to see what's going on. I went into the BIOS. I went into the BIOS to see if everything was turned on correctly. It's got a turbo formula that usually comes with, you know, an older BIOS. So it's turned on, so everything's turned on, everything is running. So basically the computer is on autopilot when it comes to the BIOS. Set it and leave it. That's how it works. You set the BIOS and get it tuned perfectly, leave it. Don't touch it. Not unless you have to upgrade the BIOS. You know, new firmware. But that's the only time you would go back in there and touch something. That's the only time I go in there on my main PC to touch anything is now just to set the BIOS. You know, whatever upgrades. But right now I'm going to leave it alone. I'm not going to mess with the upgrades for the BIOS on mine just yet. But the Livono PC, that's up to date. So I don't have to worry about that. And y'all are wondering why I'm sitting in the dark. I don't know. I'm sitting in the dark because, you know, I'm just sitting in the dark. A little bit of evening lighting and stuff like that makes it look like, you know, I'm getting, you know, the evening sun rolled up onto me. So it looks pretty good. But I'm just giving you an update. If you all want to see the full videos on what I got going on for the 24H2, leave a comment on this video down below. And make sure you subscribe so that way it helps me, you know, continue with making these videos. If you don't subscribe, it's not going to help me continue to make the videos. Right now, I need to get monetized. I need to get things rolling. But if you want to help me out, subscribe to my channel. I got plenty of videos for you to watch. So, let's go from there. Because, you know, like I told you. But anyway, if this is your first time here, make sure you subscribe, which I just said that. But don't forget to put a positive like on the video as well and hit the notification bell so you know when I post the next video. So until the next time in the next video, this is JJ and JJ's PC Builds. We'll see you on the next one. P.S. If you want me to show that other video, you better jump into the comment section on this video. Okay, I'm out of here. Take care and be safe.